So I'd like to ask you a question that I hope you'll think about, and that is, have you decided to throw in the towel or give up on growing your business a little too soon? Or have you said, good is good enough? If I could just be $400,000 a year in gross revenue, I'd be happy. Have you chosen a number that might be just slightly too low to get you to a place in the business where things start to get good? I know hundreds of companies. I know actually over 1,000 companies. I've worked with so many different people at this point, got to know so many people, and just had casual conversations that I have come to believe that the majority or a very significant number of companies give up just a little too soon, or say, this is all I want, and the number that they want is just a little too small. Whereas if they pushed on just a little further, learned a little bit more, became a new version of themselves, maybe got a coach to help them get there, they would have achieved something that would have delivered to them much more money and much more satisfaction, a higher level of confidence, a higher level of peace. What I experienced in my own business was, until $500,000 in gross revenue, and keep in mind it was maintenance, not design, build, or project-based work, at about $500,000, I started to see the light, and I thought, oh, okay, this is a good business. I could see the potential. Anything less than $500,000, had I never got past that number, I wouldn't be in the business today. I would have taken my money and my time elsewhere to something that I thought had more potential. But fortunately, we got past $500,000. I saw the light. I saw the potential. Now, if you think about the numbers in the industry, the vast majority never get past $500,000, which that tells me the vast majority have never experienced what a good business might look like. Now, $500,000 was just the first milestone in my mind, because around 900 to $1 million, that's when, okay, now it's much better, because now we're seeing more money, not just in gross revenue, but you're seeing more profit to plow back into growing the company bigger. And of course, you make more money, and you also can afford a couple people, at least one, but probably a couple people, to be on what I'd call the leadership team to help grow the company and take some of the stress and frustration and challenge off your shoulders. Now, the next big number that was really interesting was 5 million, and I realize that's a really big jump for a lot of people. But I really believe that the number's about $1 million, $1.5 million, and the next really interesting number is about 5 million. The number between $1.5 million and 4.5, or $1.5 million and 5 million, it's good, it's a good business, but I wouldn't want to get stuck there. You go through these ups and downs of investment in the company, these ups and downs of profit. Your profit dips as you're growing to the next level. You've got all these challenges. Processes are breaking. You need key people, because you're growing. You need key people in place. You need backup plans. I could go on and on for 2 hours on why the 1.5 to 5 million range is a challenging range. But once you get on the other side of that, it's like the seas part, and you realize, wow, okay, now I can see the big potential. I could see 10 million, I could see 20 million. But it's very hard to see 10 million when you're at 2, or 2.5. There's so many things going on, so many things you have to learn, and so many people you have to put in place, and so many systems you have to put in place. And so the takeaway here is that I'd encourage you that if you're at 300 or 400 and you're saying, I just don't know, go to at least 500 or plus, and then reevaluate. If you're at 700 and you're saying, wow, it's way better than it used to be, but I'm just not seeing it yet, get past $1 million and reevaluate. Now, you have to do it right. Just generating a lot of revenue and getting to $1 million where you're still the bottleneck and everything, that's not a good business. But if you're starting to bring a couple key people onto the team at $1 million, I think you'll start to see what I'm talking about. So my encouragement to you is, don't throw in the towel too soon. Don't settle too soon. Don't say good is good enough too soon. Go a little bit further, and I think you'll find that there's a lot of really good stuff on the other side of a certain size business that can support a certain number of people and a certain amount of revenue.